allow me to welcome everybody over here. Thank you so much for coming. You, as the audience, have made this conference a success. And I'd like to thank all the panelists also who have joined us from across the border. And you know why we kept the name Challenges to Human Dignity? Because these days, people who speak the language of war are given visas. There are no borders for them. They can cross the borders. But those who speak the language of peace are confined to their borders, and we must just hear each other over the social media. That is why we are calling this Challenges to Human Dignity. We are calling this Challenges to Human Dignity because when journalists are beaten in their own homes and their seniors stand up for them, their programs are shut down. What would you rather have? That seniors stand by and watch the juniors being beaten up in their own bedrooms for just speaking out the truth? That is why we are standing for our dignity over here. We're also standing for our dignity here because, let me remind you, that my mother, Asma Jahangir, used to say this, that there are many parts of the Constitution that need to be revisited by the policymakers. Let's look at Article 19 of our Constitution. I always saw it as an article that gives me freedom, but if you read it, it is conditional upon that I speak in the interest of friendly relations with foreign states, defense of Pakistan, etc. All the other laws, PICA and otherwise, even in the CRPC, are taken from this and imposed on journalists. फिर हम पूछते हैं कि अगर आपने आइन के तहत नहीं चलना और इस मुल्क में सियासत करनी है, तो फिर ये कैसे हो सकता है कि सहाफ़ी आपके बारे में कोई खबर ना छापें? और जब वो खबर छापें, तो आप जो है उनको कहते हैं कि खबर नहीं छापोगे, तरदीद छाप दो। अगर खबर ही नहीं है तो तरदीद किसकी छापें सर? बात यह है कि आज मैं आपसे ये कहना चाहती हूँ, we have signed the UN Convention. Christine is sitting here right amongst us. We've ratified the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights in 2010. After that, we passed the PICA law. And at that time, we kept telling the PMLN, please do not pass this, because it will be against the interests of journalists, it will clamp down on freedom of expression. And ironically, not only did it clamp down on the freedom of expression of journalists, it hit that same very party. Today, a 3 times Prime Minister, Nawaz Sharif, and his entire leadership are facing sedition in courts for speaking out against the defense forces in Pakistan, for which we cannot say anything under Article 19. Well, then what about Article 19A, which gives us right to information? What about all the UN declarations that you have signed? I will not go into how our journalists here have been slapped with sedition charges. I remember recently Mir Saab made a speech in favor of a young journalist who was beaten, and somebody went to file a sedition charge. We called up that complainant, a habitual complainant, and we said, where did Hamid Mir Saab say, where did he take the name of a general? And he said, madam, वो तो गलती हो गई, 19-20 हो गई. ऐसे बड़े complainants हमने देखे हैं, जो नज़र कुछ और आते हैं, जब टीवी पे आते हैं तो कुछ और होते हैं. उनकी आइडेंटिटी भी वही नहीं होती. हमने ऐसे भी कंप्लेनेंट्स देखे हैं जो फैक्ट्री वर्कर होते हैं, और जब वो देखते हैं कि कोई ना कोई सहाफ़ी कोई ऐसी बात करे जिसकी उसकी दिल आज़ारी होती, तो वो इस्लामाबाद तक आके पीका लॉ तक हमारे खिलाफ कंप्लेंट करते हैं. बिलाल फारूक केस, हम उन सब कंप्लेनेंट्स को अच्छी तरह जानते हैं, हम उनका पीछा करते हैं, हम उन पे स्टोरीज करते हैं, हमें पता है वो कहाँ से आते हैं. हम ह्यूमन डिग्निटी के लिए इधर इसलिए खड़े हैं क्योंकि टुडे एज पीपल ऑफ साउथ एशिया our states have stopped listening to us. And we as journalists cannot stop telling the truth to suit vested interests in the states. And I hope that in the future, we will be, as people, allowed to meet one another, to at least have some semblance of sanity and be allowed to at least speak of our dignity. ये नहीं हो सकता कि आप हमें मारें और चूं भी आपकी मर्जी की निकले. Thank you so much.